Marvel's very own Thor, aka Chris Hemsworth, has revealed a big problem he has with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Get in line, Chris, because you're not the only one. Trust me, you're not the only one. Once again, let me clarify, as somebody that enjoyed Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, that doesn't mean that I still did not have problems with it. People tend to confuse and or go to the extremes. Either you hate it or you love it. You can't have problems with it and still enjoy it. That's where I'm at. So just to clarify that up before we get into what Chris Hemsworth said. So this comes at us from GQ magazine, who got to talk to the actor and talk to him about recent projects. And specifically, they brought up Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and what his opinion of the film was. And he said, and I quote, "That's the trick. You have to separate all those stories. The moment it's like in trailer voice, your world is in danger. The entire universe. It's like, yeah, so it was the last 24 films. It has to be a bit more personal and grounded." End quote. So I sort of agree with him and sort of disagree with him. Quantumania follows up two Ant-Man films that are exactly what he's talking about. They're more personal stories, and they resonated far better with fans. Now, in retrospect, people are calling those somehow great MCU content and not, well, what Quantumania was if they don't like it and whatever else. But if you go back and look, people didn't like those as well because they claimed that they were too small scale and didn't impact everything. So I think you have to find a balance. And I sort of agree with him that we just had this giant event and a couple of films talking about earth-shattering, universe-ending consequences. Even Thor: Love and Thunder literally did that. So you kind of run into that over and over with these films, and I agree with him that Quantumania probably should have been more like, well, Ant-Man 1 and 2. More personal, continuing those personal stories, and not shoving Kang because they have to set up where the MCU is going. Unfortunately, this film suffered like previous films in each phase that had to do this, and there always seems to be one. So we'll see what happens next, but I agree with him, and his criticism is very valid. They should have went for a more personal story and had Kang as sort of an afterthought if they kind of wanted to do this. You could have had Kang controlling the benefactor and whatever Ghost was up to and the rest, and it would have fit the story, but they went in a completely different direction, and then it ended up splitting the Ant-Man fans and even the MCU fans.